Hey everyone. Well, I am outside enjoying the weather. I finished my second hand towel set. The first one that I started on isn't completely done just because I want to put something on it because it's a solid color and to me it just looks too plain. When it is completely done, I will show you that. But I'm going to go ahead and show you this one. And I used, I don't know if you guys can see, let's see, this Yarn Lane Capri Eco Cotton, and it was the Violet Splash, which my husband found in the clearance section, and you know, there's no reason that purple should ever end up in the clearance section, but it did. And I do believe this yarn is no longer available. I'm pretty sure they discontinued it. It's by Loops and Threads. This is the towel, and I put something fun on there. Blessed are the pure in heart. And I have a few pictures of that just hanging up just so you guys can see what it looks like, whether it's on a stove or in the bathroom. And I'll put that above. Let's try to get some of these stitches so you guys can see. We got the ewrap stitch, which is right in here, and then the owleye stitch, which I really love, and that is by Deborah Shaw. I will put a link down below if you like that stitch yourself, and she gives a tutorial on the cast on and that particular stitch. And it's one of my favorite. I've been using it for I think 2.5, 3 years, and I had actually made a scarf for my daughter, and it took me, it seems like forever to make it, because as I was loom knitting it, which I use a loom, I had to just continue to stop and just look at it. It was so simple but yet so beautiful to me, and so I'm very thankful for Deborah Shaw and that stitch that she came up with. And up here, I'm gonna see if we can zoom in on this. So we have the knit stitch right in here. That's the true knit stitch. And then we got that owleye stitch again. And I did that up here too. Okay. And then we have the washcloth to match it. And we got the owleye edge, the knit stitch, the owleye, knit stitch. And this little guy has a special story behind it. And I'm calling this a sensory soap pocket. So when I first started making the hand towel, I was like, well, you know, I think I want to make a washcloth and something else to go with it. I was thinking about my son, and I was like, yeah, he doesn't really like to, you know, touch soap or, you know, anything slippery because he has sensory disorder. And so there are a lot of things in his life that is a challenge. And I was like, well, why don't I try to figure out how to make a little soap pocket or something? lo and behold, I had no idea this was a thing, and I was looking it up, and I discovered that a whole lot of people are making these things. But I'm calling it a sensory soap pocket. And I have this special little strap that holds down this flap right here, which, if you see this strap, I came up with this by accident. Another picture with this, but in this color. You'll be able to see it probably a little bit better. I came up with this by accident, actually, because I knew that I didn't want a drawstring to hold that down, and I didn't want I-cord to use. I wanted, you know, something a little different. I like Deborah's owleye stitch so much, I decided that, well, let's go ahead and use that and see what we're going to get. Because of how I was doing it, though, because I was working it, I'll have to check my notes. It was either 2 or 3 pegs that I was using, so I'll have to check that. I came up with this, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. And you got, let's see, I'm going to try to see if you can see this a little better. But you see how there's a little ridge, that little braid, like it's like a little ridge. And then you have these little nubs on the side. And I was just like, that is so cool. I really like that. Well, last night I was asking my kids, and, you know, like, well, what should I name this? I haven't seen this anywhere online or anyone that I follow, you know, have anything like this. So what should I call it? And they didn't know. And my husband, like, he just takes one look. I swear it was probably just a second, and he was like, spine stitch. I mean, I'd been trying to figure out what to call this, like, probably for quite a while. And he was just like, yeah, spine stitch. I was just amazed at how quickly he had come up with that. But anyway, so this little thing, it's special. And if you guys know anyone who has sensory disorders, you know how difficult it can be for them. My youngest, he's the reason why I came up with that, because usually he'll use my body wash because he doesn't have to touch it. He just squeezes on the washcloth and scrubs, and, you know, he doesn't have to really handle the soap or anything like that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, it's one of my favorite things, I think, is a little soap pocket, because I know it can come in handy for not just kids, but there's adults too that have sensory problems too, that may need something like that or didn't know that was available. And actually, it's been available for a long time. I just didn't know it. Anyway, I just wanted to share all this with you guys, and I'm going to see if I can get this little set sold. We'll see how that goes. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later and share the next one when I'm finished. Alright, bye.